tease anything shocking from this season?
What I can say is that there are a lot of new people. A lot of new people. It's the rise of the Latinas, and even amongst that, there's going to be a lot of conflict. It's a scary season.
This show has been a pioneer for Netflix. It's really changed the way that we think about watching television.
Yeah.
In terms of binge watching and everything like that. We were just told that the first time your co-star picked up the script, she knew it was going to be a hit. She knew it was going to be a smash. How did you feel?
My
Because
gosh.
shows are so easily cancelled these days.
I know. You know, Uzo and I had a conversation towards the end of season 1 in one of the dressing rooms, and she says, what do you think is going to happen? I said, I think we have a hit. But I didn't think that, I didn't know who was going to watch, I wasn't sure, but I knew that the writing was so delicious. The acting was so superb. It was something that was so fresh. So I knew that it was going to be really powerful. I just didn't ever think we were going to go into season 5 and get picked up for another 3 seasons. So that I wasn't expecting.
This show is so quotable, especially the memes on social media. The fans
I love
really
that.
devour it. Do you have a favorite line that's been on any of the episodes that you just love?
Great another fucking coconut. I mean, that was it. That was the moment I discovered Gloria. That is, my entire character was that moment. That's it. Or even a white girl speaks Spanish. You know, that kind of stuff. It was gems. Don't talk to me, white girl. I could go on.
I love seeing you do this right now.
And then get into character. Sorry.
I love it.
Who has the most surprising part?
Who has the most surprise this season? The prison system. You'll see.
Now, I must ask you, this is the show, obviously Netflix is at the moment growing. Potentially, your show has the opportunity with spin-offs, taking it out of prison, moving people around. What would you think about that idea, and what would you like to see?
You know, I would like to see these women outside and see what happens. I think that Gloria would have a sitcom. It wouldn't be a drama. It would be a sitcom, and she would own a botanica, and she would read palms and be a very successful gypsy lady.
And some of her fellow prisoners could be like coming in as customers, maybe employees. I mean, where do you see this going?
I see this, yeah, this has legs. I'm telling you, this has a spin-off material and spin-off of a spin-off material. I mean, this can go on forever. And, you know, maybe she ends up marrying Caputo. I don't know. That's a possibility. Why not? She's shocked. She's like, what? Is there something happening? No, I wish.
Fans would be very excited.
They would. No, I just love Nick. I think he's such an amazing actor that I love sharing screen time with him. So I'm just being, like, difficult.
On this show, it's such a fun line, the vices everybody wants. They all have something, whether it's a cell phone or a chopstick. What would your vices be? Like 3 vices that you would have to have with you?
Oh my goodness, I definitely would want a cell phone because I'm addicted to my cell phone. It's so disgusting. A tweezer. I think tweezers are very important for women. And what else would I like? Chopstick. My lips get so dry. So chapstick.
Love it.
I must ask, obviously the show is a show that covers the prison system. Do you have any interactions with fans who are prisoners? Do you have any kind of conversations with them? Have you learned anything about that world from this show?
We don't necessarily have, conversation with people who are actually in prison, but we have worked with the WPA, the Women's Prison Association, and they have a lot of women that were formerly incarcerated, and this is a kind of like a reform, a program that reforms them and gives them a second chance. So we got to really interact with a lot of women, and what they will say is, oh my gosh, the stories are so true to life. You know, the relationships between the COs, the love interests and love affairs really do happen. So I found that to be fascinating. And, for me, the prison system, we really have to fix that in this country. You know, a lot of people are incarcerated for a ridiculous amount of time for petty crimes. There really isn't a lot of reform happening in the prison system, so we're expecting these people to come out and become citizens and not go back in, but we make it really easy for them to really end up back in prison. So that to me was fascinating, and I'm still really learning and growing with that.
Do you think a show like this has helped highlight that fact?
Definitely. I think that one of the prisons that was basically in Danbury that is based on, Orange is the New Black was going to be shut down, and they were going to transfer all these women to like Alabama and out of state. And a lot of them have families that can't travel like that. And because of this show and the conversations, that prison did not get shut down. So I would say that we're doing a pretty good job with keeping conversations going.
I'm sorry, I meant prisoner fan mail when I asked that question earlier. Do you get prisoner fan mail?
You know, no, because I don't think they have Netflix in prison. We have to change that. They have phones, but I haven't gotten any prison love letters yet.
What's the bigger message of this show to Hollywood, since it's so much about women, and Hollywood has a real issue with casting women in great diverse roles?
Do they really? You know, I think this is a proof that if you write good stories, if you cast good actors, it doesn't matter, you know, how small they are, how tall they are, what color they are. Good storytelling is good storytelling, and we're living in a world that's really diverse now, and people are ready for diverse stories and being told by diverse casts, and we've won awards. We have fan love and critics love us, so I think that studios should not be afraid to put their money into women and especially diversity. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's gonna have a pina colada, honey. She's gonna have a pina colada and a cigarette, and it's not gonna be stale.
With a show like this, I mean, you mentioned that you're booked now through to 8 seasons.
Yeah.
How long can this go? Is this almost like a soap opera now for Netflix? But obviously a very different high class.
Yes. This can go on, and that's the beauty of what CiGi has created and the writers with the backstories. And every time you think that you know someone, you get a little glimpse of their life because of the flashbacks. And we're going to see a lot. We're going to revisit some of these flashbacks. We're going to revisit a lot of these stories. It could go on forever. And now we have a lot of new people. So listen, we can have 16 seasons. And I won't mind.
I know some celebrities go to jail.
Yeah.
Any celebrity cameos you'd like to see?
I love Chelsea Handler, and she should come to prison. I'm just saying one season with Chelsea Handler would be hysterical.
Could you think up some storylines that you would love to see her involved in?
I think she would definitely try to take over the kitchen, and Red would go to war with her, and I would team up with Red.
And
Done.
Love interests? Question mark?
Love interest for who?
Chelsea.
For Chelsea, I think that she would get around. I think that she would get around to Spanish Harlem, to the suburbs. She would get around. I think that she doesn't discriminate, and that's what I like about Chelsea Handler. Thank you.